my fellow movie geeks, Carey Craves Cinema here. We're gonna be doing 3 reviews that I have just recently watched, like these movies. So, without further ado, because you know how I love to rant and, do my thing, whatever, I'm gonna try to have fun with this. Shake it off. Okay, shaking it off. First, we're gonna talk about Passenger. So the premise for this movie I did really like, but the execution was not quite there for me. A couple leaves their old lives behind and starts a new van life. Apparently what they don't know is there are rules of the road. If you see a hitchhiker along the road, you are not supposed to stop. You need to keep going, but if you fail to do this, you will have something far sinister than a pissed off person who just really needed a ride to the next town, but a demon who will hunt you down because it enjoys torture. Maddie and Tyler are just your typical couple, feeling adventurous, trying to switch things up for some road trip excitement. But when they witness a car accident, they stop, which you are not supposed to do. I guess this demon does not like nosy bystanders. The demon latches on unknowingly, literally hitching a ride, and they didn't even know it. Kind of full circle when you think about it. But gradually, the demon shows itself, playing cat and mouse with the couple. There are some pretty good intense moments, but where this movie loses me, it's the ending. It kinda throws logic to the asphalt and runs it over with their car. The way that she kills the demon, it does not make sense. Demons are not solid beings like you and me. So how did she kill the demon in that fashion? This movie definitely kinda gave Hitcher vibes, but instead of Sean Bean as a demented, disgruntled hitchhiker making your life a living hell, it's a demon of the road dressed as a holy figure? I mean, the lore behind the demon was pretty cool, but that was about it. It had its moments, but the ending just kind of ruined everything else for me. The chemistry between the couple, they just seemed like close friends trying to have a stand-by-me coming-of-age adventure. I wasn't sold on them being a couple. That's what I'm getting at. But anywho, if I was ever asked to watch this movie again, I would pass on Passenger. So on to the next movie. So we are going to be talking about Mother Mary. Another A24 banger. Keep in mind, this is not a typical thriller movie. Not in the least. This goes really deep. At the core of this story, this film is about forgiveness. How it can haunt you. How it can almost eat you alive if you let it. If you don't forgive someone you once loved, you once valued dearly. Harboring resentment or any strong feeling, it can be like poison in your veins, slowly devouring you. That's what happens between these two characters. They choose a religious metaphor to explain the strength of forgiveness for this story. This story is about Mary and about Sam. Mary comes to Sam on a rainy night asking her to make a dress for an important performance. Mary is famous. She is a well-renowned singer in this world. Let me tell you, the music in this, I already have a couple of songs on my playlist. I love them. Anne Hathaway did an amazing job in this. I was floored. I actually think this was one of my favorite performances from her, to be honest. I also believe Mary used the dress to be able to talk to Sam because she wanted to reconcile with her. Sam, on the other hand, is a complex character. You can feel the rage from her. The resentment just oozes out of her with every word. It's apparent that when Mary first got famous, she and Sam worked together and and it led to a romance between them. But when Mary wanted to do her own thing without the feel of control from Sam, she just left Sam in the dust. Sam was very hurt by this, so the both of them carried the weight of the break from their relationship. When they both talk about this red ghost that was haunting them individually, it's kind of clear that this ghost is a metaphor that they both were haunted by unresolved feelings. The fact that they are both seeing this ghost, it tells us, the audience, that the breakup truly affected both of them in profound ways. More so Mary, I feel. They attempt an exorcism to release this spirit from Mary, only symbolizing that they're trying to release these feelings and forgive one another. I have to say, I loved the look, the feel of this film. It was beautiful. It was stunning. I was sucked into this story from start to finish. I didn't expect for them to use such a deep metaphor, but they did it in such a way it could be kind of confusing to some, but if you really think about it, it makes sense. I enjoyed this film, and I would definitely watch it again. So, we are now at the third movie. We are going to be talking about Pitfall. Oh, this movie. I did not have high expectations for this movie. I thought it was going to be another generic horror, but no, not at all. So many horror references that actually worked, in my opinion. So, let's get into this. Scott and Ashley. The story is based on these siblings. They lost their parents in a car accident that they were both also in, unfortunately. Scott was forced to make a decision that he didn't want to make, and Ashley resents him for it. It causes a rift in their relationship, but they decide to go on a camping trip together, thinking it might bring them together again. I don't think they were prepared for how this trip would bring them together. I don't think they expected to be hunted down by a crazed maniac who gets his jollies off by trapping his victims like he's Kevin from Home Alone or John Kramer as Jigsaw from Saw, and then kills them. They go to the woods that I assume was a place they went before with their parents and discover a pit filled with spikes. At first, they manage to get by it, but second time, Scott falls victim, literally falling victim to this pit. His leg gets impaled by one of the spikes, so he is helpless. While he is helpless, his sister, his childhood friend, and his girlfriend are all being hunted by the crazed wildebeest. That's what I'ma call him. He looks like how Michael Myers would have looked if he ever chose to live in the woods instead of that cave in Halloween Ends. And the references I was talking about before, I got Halloween 2, The Descent, Final Destination 2, and Wrong Turn. And if you look at the trailer, they have Friday the 13th, which I could see because, the woods. When you watch this movie, you'll know what I mean with these references, trust me. But as the chaos ensues, Scott is in this pit, and he's haunted by his own demons. That demon just so happens to look like himself. He's battling himself while in the midst of a life-threatening situation. I root for Scott. I root for him the whole entire time. He had to make a very difficult choice that haunts him, and when he sees his sister Ashley, it dredges up those feelings again. This movie is deeper than I imagined, and the kills in this, oh, how I loved them. Carnage Candy was in full effect. Was there CGI blood? Yeah, but somehow the execution of the kills, it makes up for it. I enjoyed this movie. It was one hell of a ride, and I will definitely be falling back into the pit of despair to watch this again. So there you have it, folks. My 3 reviews. I hope they thrilled you. I hope they shed light on whether or not if you want to watch all of these movies or a couple of them. Who knows? If you have seen these movies, let me know. I want to know how you feel about them. This ain't just about me, silly pants. I want to know your thoughts too. This is Carey Craves Cinema. Stay geeky for movies, my friend.